Hello everyone, welcome to Easy Biology. The topic is about dialysis. So actually when both kidneys fail, means complete and reversible functioning of kidneys is called end stage renal disease. Complete and reversible functioning of kidneys is called end stage renal disease. So as a result, what will happen when the kidneys fail to function properly? The body is completely filled with poisonous wastes. The body is completely filled with poisonous wastes. And this condition is called uremia. And the symptoms are the person feels very tired and weak, and the legs become swell. Okay, so these are the symptoms, and the condition is called uremia. And the solution is to remove whatever the waste materials formed in his blood and body. That is the only solution. So to remove the waste materials formed in the body and blood, to remove them, it is the only solution. Next, so how the dialysis function is done? Actually, why the kidneys are damaged means it is because of maybe the person is suffering with high BP, or the person is having high blood sugar, maybe any infection to kidney, occurs to kidney, or maybe obstruction to the flow of kidneys, obstruction to the flow of blood to kidneys. So because of all these reasons, the kidneys fail to do its function. So they are the vital organs which are very important to our body to remove waste materials, right? So when they fail to do the function, then our body and blood are completely filled with poisonous wastes. So those persons who are suffering with kidney failure, we are removing here waste materials from blood. That is why this process is called hemodialysis. And it is based on the principle, the physical phenomenon diffusion. Hemodialysis works based on the principle of diffusion process. Okay, right, we will discuss about the dialysis process. So first, what will happen? For example, he is the person who is suffering with kidney failure. Okay, and this is a machine called dialyzer. This is a machine which is called as dialyzer. There are tubes or sheets present in dialyzer machine, and the material which is present in this tubes or sheets are called cellophane. Okay, these tubes or sheets are made up of material called cellophane. Right. So first what will happen? from the person's body, blood is taken from main artery. So when blood is taken out, the blood is going to clot, right? So to avoid clotting, heparin, an anticoagulant, is added to the blood. Heparin, an anticoagulant, is added to the blood, so that the blood is pumped into this machine. What is this machine called? Dialyzer. The machine is called dialyzer, and this dialyzer consists of fluid. So this is the fluid. This fluid is called dialyzing fluid. Dialyzing fluid is similar to blood but without solid wastes. Dialyzing fluid is blood but without the chemical composition is equal to blood, but here the blood is contained waste materials, whereas dialyzing fluid does not contain any waste materials, right? So to avoid confusion, we will mention here arrow mark. Whatever the arrow mark is there, it contains blood. Okay, so this is the blood which is taken from main artery. From main artery, the blood is collected from main artery and pumped into a machine called dialyzer. Next, right. So to avoid confusion, we are mentioning here arrow marks. Arrow marks indicates it is blood, whereas the liquid in the middle, it is the dialyzing fluid. This is the dialyzing fluid, right? Right. First, from the main artery, the person's blood is taken into a machine called dialyzer. This dialyzer contains fluid called dialyzing fluid. This dialyzing fluid is composition is same with blood but without solid wastes. The blood contains solid wastes, whereas the dialyzing fluid does not contain any solid wastes. Here, through diffusion process, the solid wastes from the blood enters into dialyzing fluid. The solid wastes from the blood enters into dialyzing fluid. Okay, whatever the pure dialyzing fluid is there, it is going to be impure now. As the impurities are given to dialyzing fluid, now the blood is cleaned. Okay, so this acts as a permeable membrane, and through the physical process called diffusion, the waste materials from these tubes or sheets, which are made up of cellophane, through this material, the solid wastes are sent from the blood to dialyzing fluid. Okay, now the dialyzing fluid is completely filled with wastes, and these wastes are collected into separate bottles. These are wastes. Okay, and again, see here, there is no any deviation here, the route is very proper clearly, okay, like this. In each and every stage the blood is purifying, and whatever the blood cleaned, it is again sent back to the person's body through his vein now, again by adding an anticoagulant called heparin. Heparin is an anticoagulant which prevents the blood to clot, okay. So this is about the dialysis process. So this is a boon for several thousands of patients in the world, and this dialysis process is performed 3 times a week, and it takes 3 to 6 hours. Each session takes 3 to 6 hours to complete the dialysis process, okay. Next, kidney transplantation. Kidney transplantation. The permanent solution is transplanting a kidney to the patient who required the kidney. That is the only permanent solution. Dialysis is temporary solution only. So kidney transplantation is the permanent solution. First time Charles Hufnazel performed first kidney transplantation between two identical twins in Washington, USA. Charles Hufnazel first performed kidney transplantation. Later in India in 1986, Christian Medical College, Vellore district, Tamil Nadu, first kidney transplantation was done in India, okay, right. So this is about the dialysis process and kidney transplantation, and where the kidney is placed, whatever the kidney transplanted, where it is kept, right. So see, these are a pair of kidneys. We know already this is the renal artery and this is the renal vein, and this is the urinary bladder, right. So the kidney which is transplanted is kept close to the urinary bladder, okay. So this is about the kidney transplantation, and we will discuss about another topic in the next class.